Hello my friends, welcome back. My name is Angie with Accountable Living. Today I want to do a video on advantages and disadvantages from working at home or having a remote job. So I have my Angie's notes here and I want to go over the advantages first with you guys. So I actually just got back from 3.5 weeks staying with my parents in North Carolina. I was able to pack up my car. I took my computer, my desktop computer, my extra monitor, all of the things I needed, keyboard, mouse, everything with me, and I was able to set up shop at their dining room table for 3.5 weeks, which was amazing. So that is the first advantage I'm going to talk about, is that as long as you have a workspace and the equipment you need, then you can basically work from anywhere, be it your own home, your parents' home, your child's home, on vacation. If you go to a different state, you're able to work from anywhere. And my parents live in rural North Carolina. They are not in western North Carolina. We were about 2 hours away from there. So my prayers go out to my fellow North Carolinians in western North Carolina. I pray that you guys can recover fast, and my prayers are with you. The second advantage, I believe, is the savings you can save from not having to drive back and forth to work. So my whole career, up until the last few years, I obviously had to drive into an office and work in either a cubicle or, as my position got higher, my own office, until probably the last 3 years. I was driving back and forth to work. So once the pandemic hit, I'm sure a lot of us in the accounting field, finance field, auditing field, our jobs turned remote. And for me, that's what happened. So I've been working at home remotely for a few years. I also had a job where I was hybrid. So I would work 2 days in the office, 3 days from home. But right now, and what I love the most, is being full-time work from home. So, like I said, you save gas, you save the mileage, the wear and tear on your car. I park my car in the garage. The past 2 years, I've been able to save a lot of money on tires, not having to spend money on gas as much. Just the upkeep of my car has went down. The third advantage is during your break, you can get up and do chores. I can put laundry in, I can wash the dishes, I can step outside and sweep off the porch. And again, that's during my break. Now, there's a big difference between working from home and having a work from home job where you don't have to stay at your computer all day. My job, and most people in my position, we have software on our computer where our boss and our departments can tell if we're not on the computer. So when I say work from home, I actually mean we are working from home. I am logging in every morning, logging out every night. I can't be up out of my desk for long periods. I do get breaks and a lunch period. So during my lunch, I do like to do chores. I go outside and take a walk to the mailbox, like the dog out. So those are great benefits from working from home. I normally would not be able to, drive home unless I worked 5 minutes from the office. So that is a big plus, is that you can do those things during your breaks. The other thing I like to do now is eat lunch at home, where before you'd either have to take your lunch and eat in a break room with lots of other people, or you would have to go out to eat. So you're saving money if you're eating from home in your own kitchen. And if you live close to your family or friends, hey, invite them over for lunch once a week. That way you can start to have some communication with other human beings during the day. So to me, that's a big advantage, is saving money, because when I was in the office, I tend to talk a lot, so my friends and I would always go out to eat lunch together, and that can add up, especially nowadays where you're probably spending $15 or more during lunch. The other huge advantage, as you can see, is I have my own office, and I have it set up the exact way that I want it. I have my extra monitors, I have the keyboard I want, the mouse that I want, I have pictures on the wall, my degrees on the wall. So I'm fortunate enough to have my own office. Now, if you are set up in the corner of your bedroom or at the kitchen table, you know, do the best you can to make it your own space to where you feel comfortable working, where you can be productive. The last advantage I want to talk about is saving money on your work attire. So as you can see, my company is a very relaxed company here in Florida. We get to wear t-shirts and shorts. Even when we were in the office, we could do that. Now, if I have a meeting with the client, of course I'm going to dress nicely. I'm going to put a suit on and a nice top, you know. But right now, if I don't have meetings with clients, you know, I can just wear t-shirts. I can wear a sweatshirt. When I have Zoom or Slack meetings with my other coworkers, we're basically all wearing t-shirts. So that's a huge advantage. You get to save money and be comfortable. So now some of the disadvantages. Okay, I am alone all day long. So from the moment I get up to the moment I log off of my computer, I'm home alone. And at first that took a lot of, you know, time to get used to, because my whole life I was used to being around other coworkers. I was used to having people there to bounce ideas off of and to ask questions if I needed help. So if you are you just got out of your college, or you just got your first job in your career, I suggest that you find an in-office job, because you need that experience of having other people around you to answer your questions and to show you things, to help you with things, to have that interaction and that encouragement that they're going to give you to keep going and keep trying hard. Once you get later in life and you've been in your career for a while, then look for a work from home job if that's what you prefer. But when you're first getting out of college or first starting your career, I do believe you need to be around other people. Okay, another disadvantage is that you can get sidetracked very easily. So I cannot stand when something's out of place. So if I am just walking to go to the restroom or to the kitchen and I see something that's dirty or needs cleaning, it's hard for me not to want to go handle that. So you can get sidetracked because you're in your own home. You see that there's things that need to be done. You see the laundry's piling up, the dishes are piling up. You have to make sure to just save that for your breaks or lunchtime or when you're done with work. So it is very hard to get sidetracked. And another disadvantage, like I was saying before, is you may not have your own office space at your home. You may have to use a corner of your bedroom or the kitchen table. So that can be hard for some people because there could be distractions. You know, you're not able to close the door, you're not able to get on a Zoom meeting without other family members around you, or your pets are around you. So it is a disadvantage if you do not have your own space. Also, you could have bad Wi-Fi at home. So before you apply for that remote job, check with your internet provider. Make sure you have good Wi-Fi, run a speed test, download some things, upload some things, and be sure. When I was at my parents' house in rural North Carolina, I called to try to get an upgrade to their internet. Guess what? They could only go so high. They only had one provider that even came out to that area. So I had to do my best. My parents had to stay off of their, you know, internet television, and they had to keep their tablets off while I was working during the daytime. Another disadvantage is the distractions and loud noises from outside. So here in Florida, the grass around me, my neighbors' lawns, someone is always cutting their grass, and it is very loud and distracting. But I just have to ignore it. I'll put my earphones in, or I will, of course, leave my windows closed and put my blinds down, and that way I'm not getting as distracted. And another disadvantage is the company that you're applying for or that you work for, and it's a remote work from home job, they may or may not pay for your equipment, meaning your computer, your printers, your telephones. So find out first if they reimburse you, or are they going to provide this stuff for you? And if they don't, are they going to give you an allowance? My company did provide my computer for me. I had my own extra monitors and my own keyboard and things like that I wanted to use, and I do get paper delivered here that the company pays for and ink from my printer. So just make sure if they don't reimburse you or provide that, just make sure you have the budget to get that on your own. And the last disadvantage, this is the biggest disadvantage, guys, and it happens to me all the time. I work too much, okay? My office is right here in my home. If I'm not finished with something, I tend to keep working until I finish what I'm doing, and that can go for hours, and even sometimes on the weekends, and I really should not do that. My family's important to me. I just need to make myself turn off the computer when my work hours are over. I did another video about job burnout where I talk about this same subject. So that to me is the biggest disadvantage, is that you can overwork yourself, and that's going to cause stress on you and your family. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have a work from home job, please put in the comments a disadvantage or an advantage to help my viewers out. Please subscribe, and I hope to have another video out soon. Thank you, guys.